film.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey everyone.
What's up, YouTube world?
We are the Walker sisters.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Naomi. And
Today, we are going to talk about who we are. Give a little bit of a background history, kind of like a credibility as to how we can talk about and why we talk about the things that we talk about.
yeah, we definitely want to give you insight on our background and our family. Because family is really important to us. I think that's
Yes.
one of the things that the Walkers in general, there's 7 siblings, and then my mom, and there's a huge Walker family out there. But one of the things that we truly stand firm on is our family. And speaking of family, this is actually, we've got a lot of entrepreneurs in our family. This is our brother's shirt. VA laced. It's a brand. It's a clothing line. You guys should check it out. We'll make sure to put Titus's and Ryan's links down at the bottom on the page there. But you guys should check them out. And we love throwing in plugs for the family because we love our family. So,
Right.
Hannah, why don't we start with you? Why don't you tell us a little bit?
A little bit about me?
Yeah.
All right, so I am Hannah. I am the oldest of the siblings. I am 30 years old.
She's getting old.
Lord have mercy. I don't know how it happened, but I did.
She old.
So right now, currently in this stage, I am finishing up a master's degree in human behavior. I originally was studying for a license in mental health counseling,
Yep.
but 2017 kind of changed my life. It brought me to a whole nother level in understanding who I am as a person and what I want in life. And I realized that staying in one place is not it. I like traveling. I visited 10 countries last year, and including America. We visited several states along the East Coast and some in the West Coast, starting out in the beginning of the year in 2017. But I did a lot of traveling and living in the Middle East. And I was living there because my mom was stationed there and she needed company, and I was in a place in my life where it was either I go or I keep doing the same stuff I was doing before, and I decided it was time for a change. So that's what I did. So I've come to a place where I want to be free. I want to do what makes me happy. And, working the 9 to 5, struggle, commuting, and all that, it's not it. I can say that it's not easy not living the 9 to 5, but it's what makes me happy. It's what gives me peace. And I came to that point because of choices that I made when I was younger, and I don't regret those choices. They were learning experiences for me, and part of it has to do with relationships that I've had in the past, financial choices that I've made, educational choices that I've made, and those are things that as we continue through the channel, we will discuss those things with you, just, because that we want to be open, we want to be honest.
And those things are important.
Yeah, and it ties into where we are now. It ties into our life and how we've come to the decisions that we've come to. And if you guys want, we should drop our mom's page, our mom's YouTube page on there, because she shares a lot of her story, and it kind of explains how we are the way that we are. So I am single. Let's go back to me. I kind of went to left field. I am single.
Plug out there,
I'm single. I'm happily single. I do not have children. I don't have a job.
Nope.
I don't have bills other than a phone bill, Spotify, and Netflix.
Yeah,
priorities
as a family.
Right, which we use as a family.
Share Netflix. Sharing is caring.
So, I don't have a job. I don't have a car, and I'm happy for it, And I thought that was the life that I wanted: a job, a car, a family, a house. And then I realized, nope, that's not for me. But again, I'm doing it again. I'm diverging. Okay.
Private trails.
30, single, no kids. Let's see. Currently living with my brother. He is amazing. He opened his doors to me and my sister. And he's doing his thug thizzle. And, I'm staying with them. And I'm getting ready to do some more traveling next month. So that's part of the reason why I'm here. But anyway, what else?
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about? I mean, I know we're going to talk about the family as a whole.
Yeah.
So why don't you just tell us a little bit about like how you ended up in Virginia, because you were in Maryland for a while. You were in California for a while. Yeah. You traveled a lot. So why don't you just kind of take us back through? You graduated high school. Then what?
Okay. So, we grew up in Maryland. We grew up in Southern Maryland, Lesbian, Maryland, to be exact. And yes, we are lesbians.
Oh my God.
I don't know why people say it, but it's a thing there. So I just wanted to put that in there. I graduated in 2005. And from after I graduated, I thought that what we were supposed to do was go off to university. So what I did was I shipped myself my mom helped me clear across the country to California, San Diego, and that is where I spent 2 years struggling with myself, my identity, my education, but I don't regret it. I enjoyed my time in California, but I realized that university wasn't for me. Sitting in a lecture hall for hours wasn't for me. Being in that environment wasn't for me. And it was a Christian college, and I soon learned that that wasn't for me either. We grew up religious. We grew up in the church. Grandmother's a pastor. Our dad was a pastor. Our uncles were pastors. Our aunt was a pastor. I went to a Christian college to study and possibly become a pastor. It was, and I thought that was the life for me. And after 2 years, I was miserable and I wasn't doing well. And I had a $50,000 school loan and I didn't have anything to show for it.
Yeah.
So I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, can I come back home? And that's what I did. And so I finished my associate's degree at College of Southern Maryland, at a community college. And I tell you what, at first I was embarrassed by it. But it was the best decision of my life, and I wish I had done that first just because it made sense. Yeah. Go to community college first, and then go to university because it prepares you for those responsibilities. So I did community college. I jumped into a relationship with a female, which was, a learning experience in itself. And then I went to school online, and I got my bachelor's degree online, and I worked full-time. And then I came out of the closet.
Yeah.
At the age of 23. Now, all through high school.
Was it 23?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
All through high school, it was right after I turned 23, August.
I came out.
October. I know. It was in October.
Really funny.
I know.
I think mine was earlier in the year, but keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. It was like the summer, like June-ish, I think.
Yeah, because we were in Florida. Yeah.
So, what was I saying?
Sorry, you came out.
I came out at the age of 23 to my family. Now, in high school, I did tell my siblings that I liked girls. It was kind of one at a time. I told my brother Titus, and then I told my sister, and then my brother John kind of overheard a conversation, and so then he knew. But, and then my mom found out because the girl that I was in love with, her parents found out. And it was a big ordeal because she was the pastor's niece. Yeah.
We'll go a little bit more into the church side of it here in a little bit.
So, so that technically didn't count also because we called it struggling with my sexuality. It wasn't me accepting it for who I am. It was me believing that one day I was going to meet a man and that God was going to deliver me and I was going to be straight and I would no longer have those feelings. Right. Fast forward to now, 15 years later, those feelings are still there, and I have no interest in men. So, there goes that. So I came out at the age of 23. I finished my bachelor's degree online and working full time. And then I decided after I came out, I realized that I had a passion for people and a passion to...
I told her to go and she literally walked to the other side.
I realized I had a passion for people and I wanted to help people and I wanted to be there for teens and youth that were going through similar issues that I went through as a kid. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to be a counselor because I think I'm good at it. People have told me all through my life that I'm a good listener, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I did. Well, fast forward to now, last year, like I said earlier, and I realized that, yes, I still want to help people and I have the ability to help people, but I don't have to be tied down to a piece of paper or a state.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now we're here.
And now we're here on YouTube.
On YouTube. And lots of other social media channels, which you guys will be sure to check out. Yeah, I think that's awesome. And now, at this point, obviously there are a lot of things that you did that brought you to this point, and we're going to dive super deep into a lot of those stories. Obviously, this is a little bit more of an overview. We want to give you guys a sense of where we came from and what our background looked like, and that way you can find pieces that you can relate to as we go on.
Right.
And a lot of the stories will make a lot more sense when you know why it is as important as it is. So make sure that you like, share, subscribe to the page. Make sure that you're also liking, following our Instagram, Facebook, and our Twitter. Make sure that you are following my brothers, all 3, if not 4 of them. Solomon, I don't think we got a chance to shout him out yet. I know we've talked about John and Titus a little bit. But I promise you guys, we have a killer family. We've got entrepreneurs, we've got actor, we've got rapper, we've got motivational speaker. Mom does a ton of motivational speaking. We've also got author, yeah. We've got 2 authors in the family. Ryan, the whole Greed family. He's a huge entrepreneur, businessman. So clothing lines. I mean, you guys, we'll share all of their pages. Be sure to check them out. Show love to the family, because we sure do. But again, we're the Walker sisters, and I think we end with high fives now. Is that the thing? Is that a thing? So high five your family.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.